decided to start our travels in Sydney by coming to the Harbour Bridge. And it has a good view from the bridge. That's up above us. There we go, there's Sean. And then if we look through the rain, oh look, there's the Opera House and the harbour. So it's quite cool. So next up, the Opera House.
So here's the second stop, the Opera House. So we can walk round to it from here, through all the gardens and the parks, which were quite nice, loads of interesting birds. And then just behind it you can see where we were earlier on the Harbour Bridge. So it's pretty cool getting a photo of both of them in.
The Royal Botanical Gardens in Sydney. Here's our new friends, the cockatoos, and some really big trees. First up, we're on the steps of the Opera House. Now, we're taking the ferry to the beach. There we are, on the freshwater ferry to Manly. Ice cream on the beach at Manly.
We're at the Blue Mountains National Park and we visited the Three Sisters this morning, which was pretty impressive, and now we're at Glovett's Leap, equally impressive. Apparently a place Darwin came to study some of the rock layers.
So yesterday we were at the Three Sisters and Glovett's Leap, and today we have gone south in the Blue Mountains to visit some caves. The Wombian Caves. And the cave we're about to go into is the Wollondilly Cave. We walked 18 kilometres to get here this morning. We just pitched our tent, had our lunch.
Time, as always.
Did it. So that was fun. To the cave. We just found this really cool cave called Tinted Cave, and it opens out into the Limestone Gorge, which is also pretty cool. Having been down to the gorge, we are now in Fig Tree Cave, which is a self-guided tour. You can see it's quite a big cavern we've got just now. bright and early on the 15th of April, and we are embarking on our second of the 7 summits today. We are climbing Mount Kosciuszko in Australia. So we were going to go another way because, you know, it's pretty easy. So I was trying to make it harder. So I was going to go from a place a bit north of here called
Githiga,
somewhere like that. But without paying for 2 days of national park ticket, we only have until 5 o'clock today, and it's about 7 o'clock now. Probably, I think. Yeah. And the route's something like 32 kilometers, but it does take in 10 little peaks on the way. But we decided that actually Charlotte's Pass is still 22 kilometers. So that'll probably do. I got vetoed on my crazy route by Sean.
The route
But
is
it's
gonna
probably
take,
fair enough. It's probably fair enough.
like, at least 12 hours, and we only have 10.
Minor detail. But if we have time, we're going to go off to Mount Twynham, maybe down Little Twynham as well, rather than taking the standard track down. So we'll see if we have time for that. So we still should get maybe 5 peaks in today. So probably just get started. It's been quite a nice morning so far. So hopefully the blue sky will continue. Lots of sun cream. So, we made it to the summit of Mount Kosciuszko. When people said it was a big path up from Thredbo, and Charlotte's Pass was a much harder trek, we did think it'd be slightly harder than it was. But you know, it was a nice spinball. So we're now so we're gonna head off and we're gonna do Mount Townsend over here, which is only 18 metres shorter than Kosciuszko. On the way we're gonna stop off at Muller's Peak, and then we're gonna do all these other ones on the way, and then head back to Charlotte's Pass, which is over there. So not sure how many we're gonna do today. I still think we could have done my original plan, which was 32k, but yeah, anyway. It was fun, and now we're gonna eat some Cadbury's. Whether or not we'll find any Cadbury's in Russia, I don't know. For the rest of our 7 seconds. Nom nom nom. Now, it's probably worth mentioning that Mount Kosciuszko's inclusion as one of the 7 summits is possibly a little controversial, because although it's the highest in Australia, it's not the highest in Australasia. I believe that one's in Borneo and is over 4,000 metres, so nearly twice the height of this. So probably we'll go and do that one as well at some point. But for now, we can say that we've done one of the potential 7 summits. So there's Kosciuszko in the distance. We just wound our way up a little off-piste all the way to Muller's Peak. Next stop, Mount Townsend. So here we are on Mount Townsend. Sorry, we've been chatting to our new buddies here, and I got distracted. There's Kosciuszko in the distance. There was actually a scramble to get up here, which is pretty cool. And It's like 19 meters shorter, but actually it's arguably a much more interesting climb up. And you can see over here there's like a much bigger drop off to the side. I think this is actually the biggest height drop in Australia. That's what someone was saying a minute ago.
600 meters.
Yep. Yeah. So, well, there's our buddies then. And our route continues. We go back past Mueller's Mueller's Peak, and then along this trail, and then up and over there, and then back to Sharks Pass over there. So there we go. Back on the main track. On the new boardwalks. So we're on Carruthers, Mount Carruthers, which is maybe the 4th highest, but with only an hour and a half left to go. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to make it to Mount Twynham, which is over here, because it's a bit of a detour. But still, we got the highest 2, so I'm happy. You happy, Sean? Big thumbs up from Sean.
Is everybody happy?
You bet your life we are. So yeah, now we've got an hour and a half to get back to the car. Woo! Let's see what the scenery's like. Mount Twynham, overlooking the Blue Lake. So Sean, I've noticed today the landscapes looks very Welsh, do you not think?
I think I'd agree with that, yeah.
Do you think more North Wales or South Wales?
Probably south.
Do you think that's why they called it New South Wales?
I think, as this contrived plot would indicate, I think probably that's the case.
Let's go.